Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, while Bitcoin is still chopping around in this sideways price range, Ethereum is flashing a new signal in the short term that we need to pay attention to. So I'll be talking about that later in the video. Definitely watch to the end. First of all, just giving you a really quick update here on the 4-day Bitcoin chart. And right now, the price of Bitcoin is still sitting on the edge of potentially a major breakout. All we need to see, once again, is a confirmed weekly candle close above around 31,000, which is this strong resistance. But with that being said, as of right now, even though the price of Bitcoin has not yet fully confirmed a breakout above that 31K resistance, technically, we are still within a larger multi-month long bullish trend, as I've been saying almost every day since the beginning of this year. And now, if you're taking a look at the daily Bitcoin chart, once again, the price of Bitcoin is still running into this important resistance. And on top of that, we also have this shorter term bearish divergence still currently active on the daily time frame, which basically means we should not really be expecting a lot of bullish momentum in the imminent shorter term. And instead, like I've been saying over the last 1 to 2 weeks, we're likely going to see a little bit more choppy sideways price action, which has been playing out as expected. But remember, that is just in the shorter term, and as of right now, we're still within the larger bullish trend. So essentially, right now, we're taking a short-term pause from the larger bullish trend. And if you're looking at the daily Bitcoin MACD, as of right now, this is still showing a relatively low momentum in the short term, so nothing has really changed over the last few days. And now, if we do ultimately see a confirmed breakout above that strong resistance at around 31,000, then in that case, next I'll be targeting 37,000 based on these important Fibonacci extensions, and also based on the technical price target for this bullish flag pattern here on the 8-hour time frame. Because obviously, as you can see right here, the price of Bitcoin is simply in a sideways price range in a parallel channel after already seeing a significant bullish move, which is a textbook bullish flag pattern currently forming, and all we need to see now is a confirmed breakout above this resistance at approximately 31,000 in order to set up the technical price target and activate the technical price target, which is sitting at around 37,000, right where that next Fibonacci extension is sitting at. So once again, just for the time being, in the imminent shorter term, we're basically in this choppy sideways price range, but if we eventually see that confirmed break above around 31,000, then next we should be looking towards around 37,000 if that happens. And now, if you're zooming into the shorter term, this is on the 3-hour Bitcoin chart, and right now, as I'm recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is still trading perfectly in this choppy sideways price range, as I've been saying almost every day over the last 2 weeks or so. And as for short-term support and resistance, these areas have not changed over the last 1 day, so we still have this important area of support in the short term sitting in between around 29.9k to 30.1k. And as for resistance, we have this area of resistance sitting in between around 30.8k to 31k, where we just saw a perfect rejection from over the last 1 day. And above that, we also have this level of resistance at around 31.3k. So once again, just in the imminent shorter term here on these smaller time frames, we're still looking very neutral, not overly bullish or overly bearish, because the price of Bitcoin is simply in a choppy sideways price range. And now, believe it or not, you can actually make a lot of profit very easily, very passively as well, in a choppy sideways price range just like this. And if you want to know how to do that, then stick around to the end of this video to find out more. And as you can see here, I've been doing exactly that, as I've been sharing over on my Twitter. These easy profits have been rolling in with my spot grid bot, and this is pretty much all passively. I just set it up and let it trade for me in this choppy sideways price range. And once again, if you want to know more about that, stick around to the end of this video. But first, getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart. And right now, the price of ETH, like Bitcoin, is technically still within this larger multi-month long bullish trend. It's just in the somewhat shorter term here. Obviously, we're taking a short-term pause from that larger trend. And as for the daily Ethereum price oscillator, indicators. First of all, the daily Ethereum RSI is looking very neutral as of right now because it's basically chopping around sideways, while the daily Ethereum MACD is also looking relatively neutral because it's showing very low momentum in the shorter term, meaning we should not really be expecting a significant movement in the shorter term. And instead, like I've been saying over the last few days, we should be expecting mild price action. And now, just staying on the daily time frame, looking at these important Fibonacci levels of support, we still have this important Fibonacci level of support sitting at around 1820, and below that, the next important Fibonacci level of support is sitting at around 1640. And now, if you're taking a look at the 12-hour ETH to US dollar chart, like I've been saying since all the way back up here, technically we have an active bearish divergence still currently active on the 12-hour time frame. But with that being said, just over the last 5 to 6 days in the imminent shorter term, obviously, like I've been saying, we have a hidden bullish divergence also playing out, which basically means in the imminent shorter term, we should be expecting perhaps a slight bullish recovery, which is exactly what we have been seeing as expected. But we are not out of the woods yet because, once again, this previous bearish divergence is technically still active as of right now. And so for the Ethereum bulls out there, it is important to break above this previous high in the price action, or simply see a further breakout in the RSI above this descending line of resistance in order to help invalidate this previous bearish divergence. Because if we don't see that, and instead we just kind of fizzle out this bullish recovery in the short term and start to come back to the downside to continue playing out that previous bearish divergence, then in that case, like I've been saying over the last few days, we could still potentially be forming a head and shoulders pattern here on the 6-hour time frame. Because obviously, as you can see here, we already have a confirmed left shoulder, head, and right now we're potentially forming the right shoulder. So all we need to see to confirm this pattern is a move back to the downside in the price of ETH. And then after that, we would need to see a confirmed break below around 1820 in order to actually confirm this pattern. So at least for now, this potential head and shoulders pattern, it is currently forming, but it is not yet confirmed. But what is also interesting about this 6-hour time frame is if you're looking at the 6-hour Ethereum RSI, we currently have a descending line of resistance where the RSI is currently testing. And if you're simply looking at the last couple of times where the 6-hour Ethereum RSI tested this important descending line of resistance, we ended up seeing a rejection in the RSI, which also played out in the price action. So essentially, if this time played out like these previous times, it's possible we could come back down and potentially continue to form that right shoulder. So this is just something to keep in mind in the short term. And once again, for the bulls out there, it would be ideal to actually break out in the RSI above this descending line of resistance, because obviously that would be a shorter term bullish signal, basically breaking the bearish price structure in the RSI, which could also lead to a further recovery in the price action and invalidate this potential head and shoulders pattern that is forming. So once again, just for now, in the short term for the price of ETH, we have a couple of potential warning signals to pay attention to, and it's only if we start to see the invalidation of this previous bearish divergence by seeing a breakout in the RSI, for example, here on the 12-hour time frame or in the 6-hour time frame. It's only if we start to see those signals that is when I'll start to flip more bullish again, because that would mean this head and shoulders pattern once again could be invalidated. And now, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or simply chopping around sideways like Bitcoin right now, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is either bullish or bearish using AI, and the video in the bottom left shows you that easy strategy to make money in a choppy sideways price range. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.